you've had a major career without the internet and also with the internet. How has the experience changed now with fame having the internet?
Well, I think of it, I mean, it's so interesting, the difference, but I really look at it kind of like a tool. It's a tool, if I look at it for business. How I've seen it affect people socially, I feel like it's had a really intense effect on a lot of people's mental health. And kind of similar to some themes in the film is that I think that the internet can serve to create a lot of compare and despair, where people are comparing themselves to something that is an illusion, that isn't even real, and then taking it personally. It's like when I compare my insides to somebody else's, the outsides, vice versa. And so I think that made sense.
Everything you say makes sense. We're following.
No, but it's interesting. I look at it to me like a tool. And when it first kicked off social media, there was something magical.
Yes.
Because I felt like there were people I was connecting with from places I might not ever get the opportunity to go and travel to.
Yeah.
And there was a sweetness in it. And then there's now a little bit more of a dark side where people who are isolated and feeling, I think, certain levels of unhappiness, who then are using their words in a negative way. But as I have been taught, that sometimes our tormentors are our greatest mentors.
That can be true.
And even if it is allowing you to become a better mentor to yourself.
She's teaching us so many great things. I am loving it. Come on, Denise. And congratulations, you're a grandma now.
I am a grandma.
Wow, that is beautiful. Look at the baby.
Look at this little angel.
So precious.
She's magical. She is magical, yes.
How has she influenced your life in the way you see things now? Having a
the great thing is I look at her and I realize that through how I choose to live, how my daughter and her sisters all choose to live, that we actually have a chance to break certain generational patterns. And I can already see it within her. And talk about choosing joy. She is...
That is so beautiful.
She is a pocket of joy.
I love that. Do you give your daughter parenting advice?
What I have learned is that you do not give advice unless you are asked.
Oh!
In general.
Okay.
First of all, she is a wonderful mother, and I'm so proud of her. She is really incredible. And if I am asked, I am happy to share my experience, strength, and hope. But if I am not, it is better that I just keep my mouth shut.
Got it. Lesson learned. I love it.
Because we have to give, as a parent, it's very hard. You have to realize you have to give your children, I think, the dignity of their own process.
Right.
Sometimes they need to find their own way, even if I'm right, and often I am, I just want to say, but it doesn't make her wrong.
Okay, that's a great perspective. I like that a lot. I'm taking notes. Wow, because I'm a mom, and one day, hopefully, I'll be a grandma. So it's that's a good note to take, because we learn. Do you have any advice for me as a mom? You're giving great advice.
What I would say is recognizing that we're just the managers. We don't own, and we just need to step back.
This is good.
And be for me, I feel like my job is just to love my children and to give them the room to be who they are.
Love that. I always say, and then trust our teachings and let them be, right?
And I think when they're small, there's a lot of little problems, and when they're bigger and more life impacting. But rescuing our children, which is our intuitive instinct, isn't always the best thing.
Sometimes you just
we have to give them the room.
The room. I love that. Taking notes yet again. Okay. I love the babies, I love the advice, but I also love the animals. You have 7 dogs?
I do have 7 dogs.
Wow.
Look at that. Yes, so in this grouping, since you will see, I think there are more than 7, that is because 2 of them in the back are the grand dogs, which somehow I was taking care of, with the smallest princess in the front.
You have a favorite?
I don't like to use the word favorite.
What word?
I would say I have a different connection.
Okay, we're following.
So I have a different connection, just like we have with people.
Yes.
So I have a certain deeper soul connection with the little one in the front. But I love.
How precious.
Pilaf, who is a superstar. This is Pilaf, the little mouse.
Oh.
She's 1.5 pounds.
And she's so special. Didn't you take her to Paris, like fashion?
She has been everywhere.
Everywhere.
She's been to fashion shows by invitation, by the way. It's not like I've just
She gets her own invite.
There. I mean, she. They said, you know, I get asked, is Pilaf coming? Like as if they're, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, she's been. She's probably been to Europe 15 times.
See, that's my question, because I would love to take my cat over, you know, out the country. So you got to tip me on how to do that, because I thought they couldn't go.
They can, only the UK is a little bit tricky, but everywhere else is pretty easy.
See, I'm getting all the advice I can.